All right, so I got another collection here that I picked up from eBay. Now, this was an auction that I bought, and I paid $156.25 shipped to my door for this collection. And I'm going to go through some of the pictures, kind of show you what I saw and what my thought process was buying it. So this is the first picture. This is the main one right here. We got a box of cards, a few stacks in the corner. I can see some sleeves and some cards, which is cool right there. That's a Temple of Abandon. The pictures are really blurry in this listing, but you can kind of see it a little bit. Temple of Abandon, nothing really crazy there. There's a Seething Song. I think that's 8th edition because it's white bordered. And I see up here we have some revised stuff. Very cool. Raise Dead, Dark Ritual. Love the old stuff. And let's see. Come on now. Zoom. There we go. So next picture here, a little more newer stuff. I see Commander Legends, etched foils in the middle there. In the middle and the top middle, etched foils. Very cool. Commander Sphere in the top right. So some Commander cards and foils. Nothing crazy there, but some newer stuff. This one right here was interesting because we have a Mirrodin Siege card, but you can see it's foiled. So very cool. There's old foils. Again, doesn't think there's anything crazy there. Rezenica Rising foil, nothing crazy. But when you see old foils, it's cool. It's potential. Again, I'm seeing more sleeve cards. These green sleeve cards pop up a lot. So I'm wondering if this is a deck as I was kind of looking through it. Next one, I like these. I just want to show this was cool. I love old Mirage lands. They are my favorite, so seeing any Mirage lands is always cool. They actually have a little bit of value too, but you know, who knows the condition, but always love seeing Mirage lands. Love those. This picture, I think we saw some rares. Nothing crazy. Was that Torborax? Yeah, Tabarax from Zendikar Rising. So Zendikar Rising, I saw those in the listing. I'm never usually too excited about Zendikar Rising. Not a lot to pick from there. Nothing really in the common or really uncommon. Oh, uncommon, there's like 2, I think, hits that are worth pullables, but nothing in the common slot worth anything. But definitely some cool rares, maybe some playables. We'll see. Snow-covered lands on the bottom left there, always cool. Kaldheim, but still snow-covered lands. They got a little bit of a premium. Diabolic Tutor, nice little playable card, kind of poking out there in the middle. Going to this one. Oh, this one I wanted to show specifically because I was looking at the cards and what I saw was this. And again, I really try to dissect these as much as I can before I purchase them and kind of get a good feel of them. Look at the condition of that card. It's an older card, but you can tell by the corners there, it's really beat up. So I hope that's not the condition of the whole thing, but the rest of it looks okay besides that. So moving on to the next one here. Again, I like this because I saw some old cards. We got cards from the dark, cards from revised, some more whiteboard stuff. So I like that. Again, like the age stuff. If there's ever revised stuff, I'm always interested. Now this Sea Serpent on the right here, this blue one, again, it's hard to tell because these pictures were a little blurry, but to me that looks like unlimited. It can be hard to tell, but if I think that's unlimited, the Sea Serpent, because the revised cards under it, there's a Soul Net, 2 cards to the left, and I'm not sure what was under it, or maybe like I'm not sure, but I think that might be unlimited, so very tempting as well. And this one got my attention because, again, I was seeing these green sleeves, and this makes me believe more and more that it was a deck because we got Lightning Greaves here, obviously, easy to tell right there, Lightning Greaves. I think that's Commander Anthology, hard to tell from this kind of blurry picture. I think that's Faithless Looting from Ultimate Masters. And this looks like a Shockland. So you can see, yeah, so as Stomping Ground enters the battlefield, you can read it. That's a Shockland right there. Good hit. A Tally, Rekindling Phoenix, very cool. There's a Luca from Ikoria. But what I'm seeing is most likely, I think these green sleeves are a deck, probably a Gruul deck. So Rootbound Crag looks like Commander 16, I'm thinking. And that for sure is an unlimited unsummon. Again, I'm hoping that when we open up, we'll see this unlimited summon so I can show people the difference between like unlimited and revised. Because it's subtle, but if you're used to it, it's easy to tell. So that's what I saw. And so let's dive in and see what we get. All right, so here it is. So let's crack this thing open. Not a big box, not a big collection, like we saw from the pictures, but that's okay. The small ones are nice. You can go through them pretty quickly, and hopefully, sometimes they have the best stuff. You never know. Let's crack this thing open. So, yeah, I saw some cool things from the pictures. I'm hoping to see some. I'm hoping to see a deck, and I like the different ages. So we'll see what exactly we get into here. So, okay, again, just a small box of cards. Packing's okay, I suppose. Looking at the condition, looks a little iffy already, we'll say. Condition can like I said, can make or break some of these things. But, all right, we're going to dig right in. We got the scanner going. We're ready to go. So let's see what we get. Grab a stack. I got 2 stacks here in a box. I'm guessing that box is full. So let's just go right in. Yeah, okay, I remember seeing this from the picture for sure. That card's definitely damaged. We'll just throw that one right away. Inquisition, very cool from the dark. I'm not going to bother scanning some of these because I know these are just kind of bulkish, but they are cool. Revised Wooden Sphere, nice. Spore Clouds, Dark, Scarwood Hag. Again, those are cool. Like the old stuff. 5th edition offering. Throne of Bone. Condition's not bad for the old revised stuff. Very Off-Center Celestial Prism. Iron Star. Venom, so very cool cards in the dark. These are just bulk, nothing crazy. Nothing we're seeing. Shifting Wall from Stronghold, is that a rare? No idea. I never played Stronghold. I finished up Magic like right when that was leaving, so I totally missed it. Clockwork Swarm, Homelands. Nope, just a common. Galvin Digging Team, actually. So it's funny because I actually started building old school decks, and I just picked up some of these old dark ones for that deck. Had I known, I would have waited. But, okay, Replicating Ring, I feel like that might actually be a valuable token. I could be wrong. It's 74 cents. It's probably a buyable token, buy listable one. So why not pull aside Pox, Ice Age? 685 from Ice Age, very cool. Very, very nice condition, too. Yeah, very good. All right, we're going to call that Mirror Mint for sure. Abyssal Gatekeeper from Weatherlight. Nothing there. Nameless Race. I don't think that's anything. I guess I was wrong. It is a rare. Okay, so 340 for a rare. Definitely light played. Maybe moderately played, but still very cool. 340. Okay, I didn't even know it was a rare. Invasion Golem. I gotta check some of these old ones because I'm not sure as far as what the rares are. Serrated Arrows. That's actually a playable, believe it or not. 47 cents. I guess we'll pull aside. Marsh, that's cool. Scavenger Folk. I just ordered one of these two for a deck. That's funny. Okay. Coral Helm, 4th edition. Not alternates. Grape Shot Catapult, 4th edition, not alternate. Soul Nuts, Judgment. Okay, so this is from the picture. So an etched foil, Hans Eriksson from Commander Legends. For those that know, etched foils in Commander Legends, you only got one per box. Usually you got one etched foil per box. 19 cents, it's not worth nothing. Or they're in the collector pack. So Spirit Crafter from Homelands. I gotta check some of these. I haven't seen these in a long time. It is a rare, $1.17. Minotaur's nothing. Ebony Rhino, no. I feel like this is a rare, the Ruins. Probably wrong. It's a rare, 207. Okay, so it's a pullable. Children's Tools. And then we go to Brothers War. All right, Urza's Engine from Alliances? Not sure. Nope, uncommon. Drowned from the Dark, again, bulk stuff. That's a rare. This Dancing Scimitar, I believe, was a rare back then. Not Arabian Nights, I wish. 5th edition, probably bulk. I'm sure it is. 5th edition, 29 cents. Yeah, it's a bulk rare. But still, it's a rare. Pull it. Very nice. So I thought I saw some unlimited from the listing. Very cool. Hey, like I said, I've been getting to old school lately, and I'm very happy to take any of these. So let's me pulp an unlimited Giant Growth. $1.68. Again, this is heavy play, so it's not really worth that, but very cool. Onslaught Harrier. We got the Fissure from the Dark. Like I said, yeah, okay. So I thought this was unlimited from the listing. Very cool. Not going to scan it. It's really not worth anything, but I'm going to keep that for sure. Another limited card. Very nice. We got Fear. Hurlin Minotaur. Nice. Again, just kind of common. Nothing crazy. Crystal Rod's an uncommon playable card. Juggernaut Revised. Playables Hive. It's a rare. I'll put it aside, but worth nothing. So I like some of the old stuff. That's nice. And some of the new stuff here. Zendikar, Ravnica Allegiance. Zendikars. Now, Zendikar Rising, like I said, it does have a couple of uncommons that are valuable. I think it's, is it Malakir Rebirth? And then there's a green one, Balagid Recovery. I think that's what it is. So hopefully we see some of those. Those are good uncommons to find. Clear the stage. Nothing there. Okay. All right. Not a bad little start. Definitely some cool smalls. Some little pullables. What do we got here? Another stack here. Team bag and a stack here. Some green sleeves. I thought okay. What is this? Team bag? Anything in here? Maybe? Planes. Bag of Planes. There's the Saga. 4th edition. Sure, there's nothing there. Revised. This is literally just a bag of Planes. Different sets. Full art from Battle for Zendikar. Or, yeah. Zendikar Rising, I'm sorry. All right, nothing there. So, last little stack here before we go inside the box here. Zendikar Rising again. Throne of Eldraine. That's always cool. Grook's Uprising. That was a pullable, but it's been reprinted a couple times. Yeah, 47 cents. It's not even worth pullable anymore. Marrow Sorcerer, Commander Legends, probably nothing. It's a rare. I'll pull it out. Full Art Lands, no. These are these from the World Championship decks? I feel like they might be. Quick Turn 1, Throne of Eldraine. Death Greeter. I don't think that's anything. Okay, I guess I'm wrong. So, but it's not the Shards of Alara. It is the Dual Decks Grook versus Liliana. $1.32. All right, so that's pullable. We'll take that. Die Block Tutor. Yep, saw that in the listing. Peeking out from some of the cards. $1.09. Sure. I actually feel like this art might be valuable for this land. I could be wrong. I know it sounds weird, but there are, I've said this before in other videos, but there are some basic lands with certain arts that actually are valuable. It's not going to show up, of course. I'm not going to take the time to type that in, but we'll try one more time. Yeah, there are actually some arts. Yeah, okay, Island Battle for Zendikar, 43 cents. In the foil, 42. So nothing really, mid 63, low is 33. I actually do pull those because it might actually be buy listable. What the heck, I'll send it in. If I get something for it, great. If I don't, it doesn't really matter. Oh, look at this. That's cool. Old Ice Age rule book. That's freaking sweet. Oh, that's a keeper for sure. This is, for those that don't know, back in the day, 93, 94, 95, this is the rule book that came with the starter decks. Well, now they're called tournament decks when they finish making them. And you can order your magazines right through here. 1 year of 6 issues for 18 bucks, or 2 years for 30. I'm keeping that. That's sweet. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Cultivate from Commander 17. Sure. That is not that one. Commander 17. Close enough. Foreground Battlebond, cool. Jumpstart 2022, nice. Amonkhet, Aether Revolt, I think. Commander Legends. Golgari Signet, Commander 16. Not that one. Again, probably not worth a lot, but pullable. 42 cents. Not really. Put it right back in the bulk. Simic Signets. Any signets with green, because green, obviously ramp is different with that. Be not as worth as much. Orzhov Signet, Commander 16. Maybe that one's worth like $1 or so. Nope, not even. Didn't scan the right set, but it's basically the same price, give or take. Worm's Tooth, no. Token. Guild Gates, we got Kiku's Shadow. 2 mana, target creature deals power to itself equal to damage to itself equal to its power. So you can probably kill something. Okay. Probably budget removal. Amonkhet, Return to Ravnica, Sandworm, Rare Soul the Harvest. $1.24 for Avacyn Restored, but this is the Commander Anthology? Commander Anthology, $1.46. Okay, little guy. Summoning Trap. Is that Modern Masters? Not Zendikar. I think it's Modern Masters. Yeah, 17. 26 cents, bulk rare, so nothing there. All right, let's check out this stack. Return of the Wild Speaker. Good draw card there. Probably reprinted a bunch of times, right? Yeah, this became like a serious Commander staple, so these reprinted in every deck. Throne of Eldraine, 88 cents. Nothing. Buy listable Skyshroud Claim, Battlebond, very nice. 218 for a common, we'll take that. Great Oak Guardian, rare Verdant Sun's Avatar. 31 cents reprinted, right? Yeah, Lost Caverns. The Dinosaurs, though, was reprinted, probably that set because of the Dinosaur, 60 cents. Nothing there. Witch's Cottage, Palladium Mirror. Ooh, look at that. That's nice. Palladium Mirror for core 21. Little hit, but again, probably buy listable, 89 cents. Scroll Rack, very nice, from Commander Legends. This was the first time this was reprinted since Tempest, I believe. Oh, see that? Damn it. It looks like it's a little wavy, so maybe a little bit of water damage, unfortunately. See that? A little bit of waviness from probably a little water damage. All right. 2202, if it was near mint, which it's not, but either way. Great hit. We'll take it. Bantu's Monument. Some of these are pretty good. 347, yeah, from Amonkhet. Let me see, too, if the rest of these are wavy or not. Nope, that's fine. That's a Warhammer 40k Thought Vessel from the Commander decks. 201, sure. I never played with any of those. I always wanted to. I never did. Ooh, Darksteel Plate. Okay, this is a pretty good deck. That's the dual decks one. Come on, give me good condition. See that? It's a little wavy on top. Like, I wouldn't sell it as near mint. That sucks. I wonder if that's a little bit of moisture got in there. Darksteel Plate, dual decks. 1050. No, that's not Double Masters. Dual decks. 1050. Okay, basically the same price. Very cool. So we're up to 67.24. So we're starting off really nice. Some of these stuff from these, I'm guessing, again, these decks. Mortified, Lights, Charge. So again, I paid, what, 155 for 156, wherever it was. Valakut Awakening, Zendikar Rising. $11. Very nice. Come on. It's got this waviness, so I'm wondering if some, like, maybe some moisture or something like that. See that? That sucks. Okay. Rupon Crag, Commander 16. Yep, I had that right from the pictures. This is definitely a deck. These green sleeves and the black sleeves, I'm guessing, is definitely a deck. 156, not M12. Commander 16, 170. Little guy, Yosin Soldier. Let's see. Mythic, is that Commander Anthology 2? Inferno Titan? Buck or so, just shy of a buck. Okay, good start for sure. Energy stuff. This was that card I pictured from the listing. Okay, Guild Pact. Nivix, Area of the Firemind. That is damaged. 17 cents. Not even worth that. Okay. And we'll just keep rolling through into the Royal. The Honored Physician. Commander 13? Commander 13, yeah, 67 cents, nothing there. Temple Abandoned. Theros? Yep, Theros, 21 cents, nothing. Old School Regeneration, cool. Wood Elves, 8th edition, nothing. Raised Dead, Very Seething Song. Okay. So condition on this collection looks a little bit beat up. Yeah, that's damage for sure. That sucks. But, alright. Scan value, was that 8th edition, I think? Type it in, see what happens. Seething Song. Where are you? Where are you? I'm just gonna put the Mirrodin one in because I can't. Oh, there it is. There's the 9th edition. I'm sorry. Okay, so 9th edition, 527, but it's damaged, so it's damaged. So it definitely less than that, probably like half or whatever it is. But still, cool card, definitely playable, obviously. War Drums, Visions Everglades. I don't think that's anything, is it? This is uncommon, isn't it? It's uncommon, but it's worth 218, so it's pullable. Soul Exchange from Fallen Empires. I don't think that's anything. Dark Rituals. I mean, hey, it's playable. It's definitely not the, definitely not that one. 4th edition. 282, but you know, again, that's not what you get for it. Savage Ventmaw. No. Lightning Greaves. Very nice. Commander Anthology. Always take those. Not the starter decks. Probably a million of these printed. Commander Anthology 1, 519. Okay, nice. Druid Stomping Grounds. Nice. Saw that from the pictures. Very good. 1227. But, there's the condition again. Yep, see that? Nice and wavy on the top. Not terrible or anything, but it's just, you know, you can't really sell it as near mint. I mean, that wouldn't be cool. Faithless Looting, I don't think that's really going to be... No. Okay, so that's just the outside stuff. We haven't got to the box yet, so let's see what's in there. Good start. 109.87 for scan value already, and we still got this whole thing to go through. All right. Yeah, okay, cool. Looks like a mess of stuff. What is this? We'll insert. What is this? Discover the world of Magic the Gathering. Okay. We'll try. Here we go. Gazi. Veto. M21. That's a good one. Yeah. Jumpstart 2022. Wow, this thing's gone up, huh? 630. Okay, so a lot less. 630 for Core 21. Condition's pretty good. Kaldheim. Young. Rumors. Terracodon. Commander Anthology again. 62 cents. That's the World Wake. 36 cents. Nothing there. Rolling through some more. Rise of the Dreadmarn. I always wanted this card to be good, but it just wasn't. No. 44 cents. Priest. $1.49. All right. That's pullable at least. Tabarax. Saw this in the listing. Yep. 14 cents. Nothing really there. Okay. Again, very good start. I'm happy with this so far. All right, so let's see what else we got in here. Nothing else in the back. So yeah, it's funny. There's like a deck, but it's all just thrown around. So I don't know if they just threw this stuff in a box and said forget it. But oh, there we go. So Unlimited Summon, very nice. Heavy played, but that doesn't matter. See this, like stuff like this, like I'll keep this. This is gonna go in an old school deck for me for sure. Not gonna bother scanning it because that's kind of a keeper. Unholy Strength, Dissension stuff, Verdict, Bond. Very cool mix of sets. I like it. Hive. There's so many of these in bulks. It's just a bulk rare, but it's cool seeing old stuff. Green River Druid. I don't think that's anything, but no, not really. Okay, let me move this a little bit. There we go. Recross the Paths. Morningtide. No, that's not really nothing. Worldspine Worm. That should be good hit from Return to Zendikar. Return to Ravnica. I'm sorry. 242 must have been reprinted. Let's see if it's wavy like the other ones. I can tell by the sleeves it probably is. Yeah, a little bit. It's got that wave to it. All right, so condition's going to hurt their value, this for sure. Grook's Horde. 22 cents bulk. But the good thing, Fabled Passage, Throne of Eldraine. The good thing is there's good cards in here. Like I said, these were pretty decent decks. Not the list reprint. This is the original one from Throne of Eldraine. Throne of Eldraine, 487. Good little rare. Shatterskull Smashing, the Mythic from Zendikar Rising. 964. Very nice. So I'm at 136.80 scanned, and again, I paid, I think it was 156, so I'm almost at the break even for scannable value. Not the starter deck for the Brash Taunter. This is the 21. 51 cents. Nice little bulk hit there. Ice Shaper Game Trail from Shadows. Nothing. Bulk rare. Shelter Thicket. So yeah, this is definitely just a Gruul deck. Rubble Chook. Probably a commander deck, I'm guessing. Quartzwood Crasher. That's a bulk too, right? Yeah, I think it is. Escape the Wilds. Oh, there we go. Nice. Room of the Wilds. There's a nice pull from Ravnica Allegiance. Yep, 302 for an uncommon. Hornet Queen. I'm sure that's bulk. Yeah, that's bulk. Gates, no. Shelters. Vivian's Arcbow. Ooh, very nice. Arcbow, we'll take that, but we got a nice pathway here. Looks like they flipped it over when they played it. And it's got a little wavy to it. Very nice. Borderless Crag Crown Pathway. 220. Wow, those went down. Those are good little lands. They're cheap, but they do a good job for, you know, gives them at least a little bit of choice. Luca, Mythic, Ikoria. Not the promo pack. This card was never really used. I don't think it ever really held much value. Maybe pre-release, that's about it. All right. We roll on. Still a lot to go through. And like I said, like and see in these sleeve cards, Call Another Void. No. Tendrils of Corruption. Artisan, is that pullable? No, not really. Command Tower. I mean, not really worth anything. Crystal Ball, list card. Revised. Tally. Ixalan. Not the Commander Legends Baldur's Gates. I think this is Rivals of Ixalan, right? Yep, Rivals of Ixalan, 39 cents. Okay, I'm sure some of these things have dropped so much. Fog from Revised, very cool. Another Hive rare. Clockwork Steed, is this a rare from Homelands? No, it's a common. Swarm. Nope. Gnomes. I don't think that's anything, but we'll check it. More bulk 4 Horseman cards, still very cool. 4th edition Hurlen Minotaur, not alternate. Yeah, conditions are rough on this collection, but there's some cool stuff in here. There really is, like good usable old school stuff if you want some budget decks. 21, 421, nothing there. Amonkhet's, split cards, nothing. All right, more deck stuff. Snow Covered Mountain, that's probably buy listable. 43 cents, not really. Chambers of Kamigawa, very cool. More Snow Covered Mountains. Let's check the arts, you never know. Nope, nothing there. Nope, not even worth buy listing. Leave it as the bulk, it is what it is. Hey, very nice. So Theros Beyond Death, love these full art lands. They're called like the Pokemon lands now, pretty much. $1.95. Yep, very cool. Foil, there's nothing there. Time Spiral lands, those are cool. Foils. City Guilds. Yeah, this is most definitely a deck. Okay, so yeah, most likely 2 decks, or at least 2 partial decks. This green deck, whatever's in this green sleeve has been good, though. Fantastic. Fantastic land, excuse me. Another one of these. Oh, a couple more of these. Very nice. Sweet. We're at 154.22, so we're almost at break even for scan value. Now, again, obviously, that's not what I'll get from it because of the condition and everything, but it's good seeing that. It's just a nice refresher knowing that there's some value in there for sure. No, that's not 16. This is 2020. 2020, 91 cents. So again, card like that's a perfect buy list card. List cards, nothing there. Rurik Thar the Unbowed. Bulk Manamorphose from Double Masters. That's cool. 319. Yep, that was a good uncommon. I always held value. Ooh, very nice. Nakia, the old ways. That's nothing. Grow the Burnwells. So this is the Zendikar Rising Expeditions. And what do you know? It's got some wavy on the top. Again, it's not bad, but like I wouldn't try to sell this in near mint because it's not. 1053. That'll work. I guess that kind of puts me over that mark of cost. So, bulk there. Nothing. Shifting Wall. No, I don't think so. Feed the Swarm, Village Rights. Feed the Swarm was a pullable common. I think it was reprinted a couple of times. I think. Gecko. Sproutlings. Okay, some bulk stuff here. Looks like sorted bulk for sure. No. Curiosity. That's what I always have with these things. The curiosity to find out what the hell's in here. Guild pack stuff. Very cool, though. I mean, there's like a really weird group of ages for this stuff. These are the fun ones to go through because you like card to card. Oh, look at that. Card to card, you never know what's going to pop up. There you go. Veil of Summer, so Core 20. For those that know, Core 20, I opened a lot of Core 20. It was actually the very, very last set before collector boxes, before Throne of Eldraine in 1999. So a lot of people think it was War of the Spark, but actually it was Core 20. So this is the very last set with all collector boxes. So it means the foils in this set have a really nice premium in Core 2020. Those draft boxes, in my opinion, are severely undervalued. Uncommon, 553, very nice set. That foil for that Veil of Summer, I think it was around 50 before there was actually a reprint. I think it was a secret layer of one of those. But it's funny, I've opened probably 20 Core 2020 boxes for myself, just for fun over the years. Never pulled a foil one of those, always hunting one. Little Sliver Mirror, 63 cents, not really. Heartwood Shard, very cool old stuff there. Gold Mirror, these I don't really think they're worth anything, no. Pioneers, Grace, Malakir Rebirth. There's the uncommon from Zendikar Rising. Yeah, 769 for an uncommon from that set. Fantastic. I didn't scan the other one. What's this one going for? Yeah, nothing. So yeah, and those things in foils, I think they're close to $10 for a foil uncommon. It's crazy. Until it gets reprinted, that's what's going to do. Snuff Out. Oh, that's a dual deck one. I'll take that for sure. Snuff Out. Dual deck anthology. Is that anthology? No, that's not that one. It's Dual Decks Garruk versus Liliana, 1469 market. Holy crap. Okay, sure. The Scrounger. Bulk. So they definitely had some good cards in their decks. That for sure saved this collection. That's great. The loose stuff, I don't think I've seen too much in. A few things, but mostly in the decks. So we'll keep going through. 4 lands, nothing there. Whole bunch of lands. Whole bunch of lands. Okay, whole bunch of lands. All right, so it's like it's kind of sorted, but not really. All right, not too much sleeve stuff left. So we'll see what we get. Tempest lands, very good. Mirage lands, very nice. So I don't know if this is the Pink Flowers one. Yep, Pink Flowers. All right, very cool. Love those. Waterfall, Mirage land. $136. Yeah, I love those. Those are my favorite arts of all time. Pink Flowers on the left, right? Red Tree Leaves. Okay, sorry, got that one wrong. I like to check some of these just because. Yeah, $131. See, some of those arts are very sought after, and they're not really reprinted often, so they have a little bit of a demand for them. Let's see. This is just a big stack of forests. Foil. Foil Com. This is the one from the picture. Spread the Sickness from Mirrodin Besieged. I don't think that's anything. 12 cents. Modern Masters 15. Let's go to Mirrodin Besieged. 17 cents. Foil being $130. Okay. I'll shoot it off in a buy list box. The Stalker. Skyship Stalker. Kaladesh 14 cents. Ivory Cup revised. Feather. Scale. No. 6 lines. Playables. Lots of playables. Juggernaut's very cool. Limited Sea Serpent, I'll pull those out. Those are keepers for me. Dragon Claw, because sometimes when I build some like old school decks, some of them are pretty budget. So like if I can have some of those cards kicking around, why not? Solidarity of Heroes. Why do I think that's pullable? Because it is. Commander 16 though. 113, yeah. Just one of them. Just one of them. Okay, rolling on. Where we at now? 207, right at the 200 mark. Very nice. Very cool old stuff. Some of it's usable. People of the Woods. It's an uncommon, 84 cents. I appreciate this though because back in the day, so creatures were summoned. If it was summoned, it means there was a creature. And a lot of times for individual cards, the card name would be the summon type. So it's People of the Woods. It's a summon, People of the Woods. It's just kind of a funny thing. That's just how they were back then. Nothing here. Bulk. Foils. Gemstone Array, Fifth Dawn. I don't think that's anything. 82 cents. You know what? That goes right in the buy list pile because you never know. Because if they want to throw me a nickel or a dime for what package I'm already sending in, then what the hell? Why not? Well, you can always use Soul Rings. So clearly they must have had a Commander 16 deck. $1.35 for different versions, but they're all about the same. Fellwar Stone, Commander 16. Sure. List reprints $1. I'll just leave it there. It's not worth searching for it. But yeah, my guess is they probably had a 2016 deck. Foil Imperious Great Worm, foil mythic. So that's the buy a box promo. That's a fun card. I had this in a elf deck when I had Marwyn as my commander. I had that in there, 384 for that. It's pretty sweet. Just because it was funny. It was like, well, I'm building an elf deck and I can ramp really quick, so why not put a 10 mana 16/16 indestructible that you can invoke in? So I did, and it was fun. Liliana Death Mage, foil mythic from Core 21. Sweet. No idea what this is going for nowadays. Come on, Scanner, you can do it. Oh, you can do it. Okay, I'll type it in because I gotta know. Liliana Death Mage, Core 21. 548. Okay, so that must have been like a face commander on like a dual deck or something like that. Or does it have signets? No, not really. Liliana Wake of the Dead, Core 21. That's sweet. Showcase 245. Etched Nara. I don't think that's anything. But again, Commander Legends, like I said, either you get the Etched in the collector packs or you get like one per box in the draft boxes. They were pretty rare. Nara, 31 cents. Etched, any premium? 719. Okay, well, that's a good foil uncommon. We will take that for sure. List Beseech the Queen. Shadowmoor 271. List card 285. It's like they opened some packs and just threw them in here. Liliana Standard Bear. I don't think that's anything. Nothing. Butcher Malik here from Worldwake. 52 cents. Bulk. Icar Slick. Whisper. First off, there's Wayfarer's Bauble. 28 cents. Nothing. Pathrazor. I feel like that's pullable. 87 cents. Yeah, you throw the buy list pile and see what you get. Okay. Enraged Foreigners. That's a bulk rare from Allegiance. Yep, thought so. Getting towards the end here. So like I said, not a big collection, but I'm happy. Some very cool pullables. I like it. It's actually nice too, because what I've been doing is a lot of these, like I said, basically some of the better cards, the more playable sought after cards, I sell them for singles, like for cheap on my Whatnot channel. And then the little stuff, I just buy list it and move it and just move on from it. And it's working out pretty good. Courser Crew Fix, Masters 25, $1.09. Nothing. Nope. Okay. Last little stack. So, all right. Let's see what we get in the close here. What's this? What the heck is this? Star Wars presiding over the pod race. Okay. I have no idea what this is. There's another one, too. A Mouthful of Energy. Okay. I have no idea what that is. We'll just put that aside. Last stack. See what's in here. Yet to find a Black Lotus in these collections, and I probably never will. But that's okay. That's not what I'm looking for. The Mentor, Shadow, or green creatures you control trample. I'll scan it. Nothing. Rampaging Balos, Mythic, made of 13. Fuck 13, not the Zendikar. Commander 13, 60 cents, even less. Very good. Frogmite. Love the Art of the Sacred Nectar. Very cool. Lockets. The budget rocks right there. Final Parting. Dominaria OG. No. Burden. Soul Shatter. That's a bulk. Not the promo pack. Regular one. Oh, wow. That's actually not bulk anymore. Well, I mean, it's only $2 card, but I thought that was like nothing. Okay. Hey, nice little. That's the thing too. Is like some cards like that. Like I don't look at very often. So if I haven't looked at the price of that in a couple of years, I mean, I guess it's changed. If it's seen some no reprints and seen some play. Get Lucia, typically library, and put them back in any order. I don't think that's anything, but no. All right, in the close. Well, Scourge, Core 21 stuff. And that's it. All right, sweet. So, okay, scan value 238.78. Now, of course, there's a bunch of like small things that that are under like 50 cents that I scanned that are worth anything. So I mean, you can take off whatever little you want. Again, you can kind of do that math however you feel like it. But yeah, scan 238 for 121 cards. I'll probably easily take 20, 30 cards out of that. Say it's $200, whatever it is, but still very cool. I liked it. I thought it was cool. There was definitely some surprise. I like that dark steel plate. The Shockland. Was it a pickable collection? 100%. They showed some good pictures, which I thought was cool. And I think that I saw some cool cards in here that are playable and have some value and stuff I'm going to keep for myself, stuff I can sell. So yeah, good. Here's a quick little overview again of everything I pulled. Not saying it's all valuable, but it was all either a rare or I checked it or I pulled. I mean, that foil is randomly $7. Sure, we'll take that. Yeah, lots of good smalls, usable stuff. Love these lands. Snuff Out, that was a nice surprise right there. Mallory Rebirth, Veil of Summer. Again, these are exactly the kind of uncommons you find in bulk. Metamorphose, things like that. It's in a deck or whatever. $1 or $2 a piece lands. Fantastic. I hate that some of these are wavy and the condition was a little rough. But still great cards. A lot of good playable stuff. So, yeah. The Element stuff is great. I think I need to make, the Stomping Ground Lightning Greaves. I think I need to make a video about Unlimited because in my personal opinion, Unlimited set is I think the biggest opportunity there is for especially old Magic sets. I'm gonna have to make a video of that just on its own. But let me know what you think about the collection. I liked it. I think I paid like I said 156, whatever it was. I love these Unlimited cards. Very cool. Definitely some cool hits in there. Loved it. Yeah, let me know what you think. I liked it. I thought it was a good collection.